So, Pokemon news has just kind of materialized recently. I don't think anyone was expecting a June data mine for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but a game update was announced, and then we got details for version 1.3.2, mechanic adjustments for upcoming live tournaments. So we do have the North American International Championship, so it seems like they're working out some things right before the event. Also, fixed problem that caused unintended behavior in private official tournaments, which certain users were invited to participate. So kind of cleaning that up for the version 1.3.1 and 1.3.2. But the funny thing is, it was previously announced why we would get this version update. The update was supposed to change the misleading move descriptions for Dire Claw, Stone Axe, and Ceaseless Edge for Regulation D because they falsely state they have an increased chance for critical hit, and there's like some kind of funny stuff here. So yeah, Stone Axe inflicts damage, set Stealth Rock on the opposing side of the field. Used by Pokemon Sharpness, it will have the power increase. Does not have increased critical hit ratio. According to Pokeportal News, the description in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is wrong and will be amended in a future update. That didn't happen, but yeah, user swings at Stone Axe at the target, aiming to land a critical hit. Oopsie, Stone Splinter's left behind. They did not update said move descriptions, but instead opted to leak DLC content. Wait, what? Yeah, so they actually added stuff in with this update. Latest update for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet has some adjustments to text and additions for DLC content. Mew Battle 1. Mew is going all out against this formidable opponent. References to TM 172 through 201 added. Illuminate ability. I don't care about the Illuminate ability. I care about this stuff because that's wild. So at least 29 TMs are looking to be added with the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC. So Teal Mask shenanigans. So sequel Pokemon games is where we usually get our move tutors, or like DLC stuff is where it makes sense to put the move tutors, but just adding in more TMs as a replacement for the move tutors, that feels kind of weird, and it also might suggest that we're not getting any extra mechanics that would introduce move tutors for the Teal Mask. Like, it's just, hey, here's some more stuff you can get in the area and trade for or something. The thing is, Tutor Move introduction has kind of gotten weird over the last couple of generations because we had TRs just kind of saying, hey, here's all the weird moves that are now one-time use TMs. Good luck, have fun. But also, with the DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield, first one, Isle of Armor, we just straight up got new moves. So we had 18, one for each typing for the, like, special Tutor Moves. Will those be coming back as a part of this? And then we get some other classic ones. Pain Split missing from a lot of Pokemon. Roost needs to come back. Okay, Roost probably doesn't need to come back because it's really broken when it has over accessibility on Pokemon. Even though Scizor hasn't had it in a while, Roost Scizor does get oppressive. Game Freak did make a significant effort to nerf Sustain in Generation 9, so it makes you wonder about, like, if Roost is going to come back like that. We've also just kind of seen it in the past where some tutor moves or some, like, weird moveset stuff just kind of goes away. We also saw that with Scald just not really existing anymore, and a few other moves just not really existing anymore. So the balance around this, while adding content, is going to be interesting to see where Game Freak is going. Also could just be some new moves, which will also spice things up. Do these moves come back as well? Who even knows? But yeah, Grassy Glide, turns out Rillaboom, not really playable without it. Looking at some of these moves, there's also just like weird stuff going on. So we have Scale Shot. I was thinking, yo, Garchomp with Scale Shot would be pretty good in the weird metagame of Generation 9. But no TM, no adding. Like, they also didn't take these moves and just add them into the move pool for Pokemon. They're just not in the game effectively, except in like really weird niche cases where Roaring Moon gets as a level 0. It actually gets weirder the more you get into it. Arboliva has Terrain Pulse. I had that used against me and I just went, oh yeah, that's a move. Dual Wing Beat on several Pokemon. Salaman's not viable even with it. We've seen the Flip Turn on Palafin, on Iron Bundle. And nothing gets Poltergeist. Yeah, I bet you forgot that move existed. So I don't know what's going on there, but then we have this. Mew is going all out against this formidable opponent. That's actually pretty cool. It's looking like a Mew raid, and Mew versus Mewtwo makes a lot of sense. And then we have this Battle 01, so is this how we get Mythical Event Pokemon instead of just giving them away like we had with the Pokemon Anniversary? If this is how they start doing Legendary raids, that would actually be pretty hype, and we've seen Mewtwo before. Man, this was a brutal raid in Pokemon Sword and Shield. It was kind of like the first time where you needed to hyper mega strategize. I remember like you actually had to coordinate where it's, yo, I'm setting Trick Room, yo, you taunt, yo, you weaken him with some kind of status. All right, now we go for it, kind of thing. And that was unusual for Pokemon Sword and Shield, but then that started happening a lot more in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet until people solved the solo 7-star raids with Bellibolt. There's some like 6-star raids out there. Like you go against a weird typing Hippowdon in the Black Star raid, you ain't beating that solo. If Mew joins us for helping against Mewtwo, that would be a really good event. And then also we have the you can only catch one mechanic for these raid events, so Mew and Mewtwo at the same time. I mean, Pokemon are completely worthless because of all the hacking that's going on anyways, and the events have been really weird. At first, my initial thought was, yo, we just don't get mythical Pokemon, except we actually do get mythical Pokemon. Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. That was Jirachi, and was it also Mew? Because you get Mew for the Pokeball Plus with Pokemon Let's Go. However, that was 5 years ago, but it feels like, you know, Mew events, not too uncommon. Oh, it was Mew for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, so actually, yeah, very recent on the Mew event. Also, Jirachi event. Celebi was given away as a part of the Zarude event, so that was last generation. I mean, like, it's the mythical Pokemon, even though people complain about a lot, do get distribution. Unless you're Generation 5, because there was some weird mythical spam for that one. Say Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and then the 20th anniversary XY Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. There's also usually a way to get every legendary Pokemon in every generation. We kicked it off really early with Pokemon Sword and Shield because year after game comes out, we have Crown Tundra DLC. Boom, get all the legendary Pokemon that way. So how this is going to be like maybe done exclusively, how this ties in with Mythicals, going to be interesting to see how these battles play out, and if it's going to be something that happens before the DLC or if this is a special kind of DLC raid. Either way, anything getting players to engage with Pokemon is a good thing. So we have Pokemon Scarlet and Violet version 132, updated description for the Mightiest mark for Pokemon Caught in 7-star Terra raids, a mark for especially mighty Pokemon. Will we be able to get the Mightiest mark through other means in the future? Potentially this is actually just like not a straight up raid because we have like some kind of crazy all-out battle. Would be wild if they brought back the like Sword and Shield kind of rating, or just a new form of all-out battle. This is what makes me think we might have to wait for the DLC, and it kind of gets even more interesting from there, because there could be something in the Nintendo Direct trailer that if you like pay attention, it goes, wait a second, that could be the new rating mechanic that we didn't know existed, or new kind of battle event mechanic. So yeah, the game updated, didn't fix what it was supposed to, instead put in DLC information, and now we just kind of have to see how it all plays out. Okay then, hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.